We're improvising. So my colleagues and I just wanted to make ourselves available to answer any questions. Obviously, the council just took strong action to respond to this crisis. We're one partner among many. We've got our other local government partners, we've got the state, we've got the federal government, of course, but we also have great strength in our community. And in the days ahead, we're going to be calling upon our businesses, our labor organizations, our nonprofit communities to help us make sure that we are obviously protecting the public health first, but that we're also actively taking care of people and mitigating the issues that are inevitably arising with this sort of extraordinary event. Today was a start. We'll be back on Tuesday. And as we get more input from our community partners in an active way, we will meet as regularly as we must to ensure that we are being responsive to this moment. Thank you.
You mentioned that schools were your greatest concern. Now they're going to be closed
Yes.
for the next 3 weeks. You're going to be discussing this throughout the weekend. What are the priorities that parents should know in terms of resources? What can they expect come Monday?
Well, I think we're going to have further answers over the next couple of days, but we know what we have to address. We need to make sure that all children have a safe place to be. We need to make sure that we address the challenges of working parents and healthcare workers, of course, but all workers as they juggle a situation that they did not expect. And of course, we need to make sure that the solutions to all those problems are consistent with the public health imperative, that we're not congregating large numbers of people in one place that aren't the schools. And so we're going to talk about all of that and how consistent and food access, of course, as well. Right.
When it comes to supporting small businesses, can you elaborate about the parking meters and why y'all decided that would be a good idea?
It's a step. It's a small step, but it's an important step to send the message. We still want people to come downtown, and if we can make it easier for people to come downtown and eat in our restaurants safely, that little incentive, that little break, I think will do some good.
And it will be after 4:30 on the weekdays?
And free on the weekends, correct.
What kind of financial impact is the city estimating right now from loss of sales taxes, that kind of thing?
We don't know yet. It's so early, but obviously it's our goal to minimize that and to be very aggressive about it, recognizing that our resources are limited too. And that's why when it comes to some of these longer term strategies, we want to get the private sector engaged as well. They have resources. The foundation worlds have resources, and we're going to be looking for active partnerships in the days and the weeks ahead.
Mayor, could I just add?
Yes.
I think because it's unusual that we would go through such strong economic pain so immediately after the Great Recession, we are actually prepared because of our reserves, because of the things we learned during the Great Recession, both the state and the city. We are in a much better place to weather this pandemic in this process right now than we would have been had we not had that unfortunate situation happen 10 years ago.
Steve, you took a particular interest in small businesses, particularly in the downtown area. Is there sort of a mixed signal here about, not spreading the virus, but at the same time inviting people to go out to public places?
Not at all. What we've heard from both the California Department of Public Health, CDC, on down to the county, is that it is safe to go about certain activities. You practice hand sanitizing. If you're sick, you stay home. If you're vulnerable, you stay away from people. But we have to continue to conduct the rest of our lives as well. And these restaurants, these retail operations, daycares, nonprofits, that is how we support our communities. So many jobs are dependent on it, and we don't want to sacrifice them through a panic. And that is what's kind of happened. People are panicking in an undue way. The mitigation strategies that the public health officer for the county has recommended allow for people to go out. Restaurants, transit, all of these entities, they've stepped up their cleaning procedures. And I think that what we need to let people know is it is safe to go out. If your trips were canceled, whether it's spring break or anything else, come stay in one of our hotels, enjoy our restaurants. Just be safe and follow those guidelines and everything will be okay.
Other colleagues want to make any points?
Yeah, just a follow-up on that, Lonnie. I mean, if you look at throughout the entire, it's a big city, so there's a lot of other corridors. And I know we've been reached out by the Greater Sacramento Vietnamese Chamber, said, we felt a little bit of that pain early on from people saying, maybe we shouldn't be at some of these restaurants. And they represent a big chunk of the Asian Pacific Islander community. And we're encouraging you, hey, maybe you want to try something different. Go down to Franklin, go down to Stockton, go down up into the Natomas area. But most importantly, follow the safety health protocols of washing your hands, but support our local businesses. And today, as Councilmember Hanson and the mayor and I announced, we're working with our delivery businesses too to help those businesses stay afloat.
So look at strong, confident, protective of our people, but we want to make sure that people are not unduly panicking. Said it yesterday. We are a strong, resilient community. We're going to get through this together by doing the right thing. Thank you all.
You asked us about the kids too, and just one last point on that. We'll be partnering with the school districts as we already have been. Many of them, including Natomas Unified and Sac City Unified, have already released lists of where they'll be providing meals. Our libraries are open, our community centers are open, our parks are always open during the day. We want you to enjoy those amenities. If you're well and you are following all the precautions, as Councilmember Hanson very eloquently laid out, we want you to come be a part of the city and enjoy and participate. We expect to see lots of kiddos in those parks. We expect to see lots of people down in the stores and at the restaurants. If you're not feeling well or you're a vulnerable population, then we are asking you to stay home and protect yourselves. But otherwise, enjoy your city. We're here and we're going to keep it going for you. We're going to do everything we can to be a terrific partner and make sure that we have things available for those kiddos.
Well said by everyone. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it.
Grab my mic.
Good. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks.